All right.
Hello.
All right.
Yeah.
Getting comfortable? All right. Ready? Hello, and welcome back to Dictating Terms. It's been about 18 months since the last one, so following the pattern that we've had over the last sort of 20 years or so, I think it was about time to get back into it. I'm Nick Milligan. To my left is resident psychiatrist Joe Duffy. How are you, Joe?
I'm good, Nick. How are you?
I'm very well. And to my right is world-renowned philosopher and spiritual healer, Mitch Power. Mitch, how are you?
Nick, good to see you. Good to be back with you fellas.
Mitch?
Been about a year, hasn't it? Bit longer.
Yeah, I think it was Easter in 2018, so long overdue, but we have a beautiful new studio, and I feel like we're really committed this time to make it a regular thing, so fingers crossed that that is the case. What's been happening, guys? We haven't seen each other since the last podcast. What's been happening, Mitch? I heard you had a child.
Yeah, I've got a little child, young boy named Levi Terence Power. Terence meaning my dad's name. That's his middle name. So
Great man, your dad.
a good bloke. Yeah,
I
real
thought
good bloke.
it was named Rick.
Well, I wanted Rick, but Renee said it sounded like an old pedophile's name. So I couldn't have
Only
that
until
one.
he gets older, though.
Yeah,
He's still got
but
a few years before.
Levi's
that.
the only one we could settle on. Yeah.
Named
But,
after the great Levi Strauss, the jeans manufacturer.
Oh, I don't know.
Danny Levi, the great
Danny-
The great
Knights.
Yeah.
One of the great prostitutes.
Yeah, but I'm very proud. He's a top little fella, and there's not much I can say. Yeah, he's been healthy. He had a bit of jaundice earlier on, so he was a bit yellow, so he sort of looked like a bit of a Simpsons character. But no, he's come good now, and he's healthy, beautiful eyes, and just good little natured little boy, and I couldn't be prouder to be a dad. So yeah, Levi Terence Power. So hey, Levi, how are you?
He's a handsome young lad.
He's a really good looking boy, and but so was I at that age. So that's what I said to Renee, like and he's low maintenance, and I said, Renee, he's exactly like me. Mum said at his age, and let me tell you right now, I've been through a couple of rough trots, but I'm sure Levi, and I'll be a good role model. He'll just go sailing through life, have a really good, privileged life, living in the best country in the world.
Well, he's already
Australia.
had jaundice, so
Jaundice,
Hasn't
but I
been-
mean that's just
That happens.
That just toughening him up.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
He's all right.
You look like a Simpsons character. You famously are not a fan of The Simpsons. How did you
Oh,
feel
no.
about that?
Terrible show.
Because that's unrealistic, the yellow skin. Is that
Oh.
right? That's why I don't like it.
Just blue hair, and Bart never grows up year after year, does he? He just stays the same age.
No, he's always been immature.
No, not a fan, but Mike and Molly and those sorts of shows like that, sensational.
We have our Batman the Pug in the studio here too, so he might chime in from time to time.
hasn't said a word for 2 hours, and now he's
And what you're saying, that bird over the road just decided today, Joe hasn't heard a peep out of the whole house for 4 years. All of a sudden, it's the first saxophone lesson. So,
taking up the sax on a Sunday.
yeah.
Safe sax. So are there any particular is there a moral code that you want to instill in Levi, things that you really want him to take through life, do you think?
Oh, I want him to live with a passion. I want him to be just find something and take it to the nth degree. If it's whatever he wants to do, I just
Not
want him
serial
to,
killing or something, but something positive.
Well, if he makes a name for himself, no, obviously I want to be proud of him, but he'll be a great little fella. And whatever he wants to do, he wanted to find a nice woman and
Or a man.
be healthy. So
Or a man.
I don't care what he does as long as he's happy. I want to lose a little bit of weight and be a good role model for him. I'm $1.28 at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just... And
You don't look over 120. That surprises me.
Yeah, what do they say? I'm a sauna off a jockey. But
Has
no,
Levi
no,
got
I-
any passions now? Has he got any that he's showing like a keenness for?
oh no, just shitting really.
That's something though.
But
That's,
not yet.
He's
He's
consistent.
just become really observant of everything at the moment, and so. Yeah, we got a fella between us. We got a young dictating terms apprentice on the way. So
We'll have to get him on the show as soon as possible,
Oh,
really.
yeah.
I'm sure we could just sort of sit him right here.
Yeah, love it.
He'd be right, yeah.
Actually, we'll try and I'll send a picture to Joe. We'll get a photo up so you can see what he's like. So we could go all around the world as we do. Hello to all our friends in Israel. We know we've got a big following over there.
Israelites love us, famously, yeah.
What do you call them? Israelis.
Israelis?
Israelis.
Israelites? I don't know.
I feel like Israelites is an old term, but I don't know. I'm not really up to speed on these things.
No, I'm not following that whole conflict over there very closely. It's been carrying on a long time. I sort of lost interest after season 2.
There'll be
Team
no peace
Palestine.
in the Middle East, as they say.
And
That's
boys,
not funny, Nick. Will there never be peace in the Middle East?
well, who knows? Maybe there will be.
Not in my lifetime. Anyway.
It's we've got the
Sorry,
supercars
Joe.
in Newcastle at the moment, which has been going off this weekend. We're recording on the tail end of it. It's quite divisive, the supercars. What are you boys' feelings on it? It's good for the town, isn't it?
Oh, it's good for some of the town. I don't mind watching it on TV. I don't think I'd go there and watch it. But I was watching on TV today and it was maybe just a moment I caught, but I don't know. It just seemed like there were these fans sitting on this particular corner and they'd been camped there for a while. They had all their stuff set up. And the cars, at this particular point, it was a corner, so the cars would have to slow down to take the corner. So their whole experience is watching cars slow down and go around a corner.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like something that I would enjoy. I can watch that outside.
It's not the best spectator sport, really, I wouldn't have thought. I mean, hundreds of thousands of people go to it, but you are just watching cars fly past at high speed.
And it's not for me. But like I don't mind it. I've watched the odd Bathurst before. But I think if you had a house that overlooked it and you could watch on TV and watch the cars turning the corner, that might be something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
But if you're just camped out to watch cars just slow down and then take a corner easy and then take off, you don't even see them go fast. You see them go like probably faster than most cars would go at that corner, but also not that fast.
Yeah.
You're
A lot of
admiring the
braking.
braking.
Yeah, a lot of braking.
Yeah.
So
It'd be a very immersive experience if you're watching on TV and they're flying past your balcony. I think it'd be fantastic.
yeah, it's good to watch. It's a novelty to see it. Newcastle
Yeah.
just getting torn up legally.
Well, there's been a lot of cars hooning around that part of town illegally for
I've
some
hooted
time.
around there, yeah.
Yeah, it's great that it's now all above board.
I think they should incorporate the light rail into it. Like they've got the light rail that goes through there. It's like Mario Kart 64 on the Calamari Desert where you come around the corner and there's a train going through and you've got to stop for the train.
That would be cool.
I would like to see someone's winning. I can't name anyone because I don't know any names.
Craig Lowndes.
Craig Lowndes, well, he's retired, but
The Wing Cup, maybe.
Win Cup, yeah.
Jamie Win Cup.
Yeah. Or a female driver if there's one. And they're winning, but then all of a sudden they come to the light rail. It's coming through. You got to stop. You got
Yeah.
to wait for the light rail.
Get around it.
And then
maybe.
it goes, and then you go. And there's someone at pedestrian crossing and they're waiting to cross, some old guy.
Yeah. You could incorporate all of Hunter Street. It
Well,
add a
I
lot to the
think
race,
so.
I think.
Drive through Macca's,
Yeah.
Would
And
affect,
KFC.
would affect lap times a little
grab a
bit.
soft serve.
Waiting for the XPT.
Well, it's a street race.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You got to factor all these things in.
And of course, KISS were meant to play, which would have been fantastic. I think it was number 1 or number 2 sports ground. Would be pretty cool. Probably the best band they've had play at that particular venue. And they pulled the pin, leaving the Screaming Jets high and dry. And the whole thing was cancelled. They couldn't find a replacement. I mean, you can't replace KISS, really. There's no band in the world that could really replace KISS, I think.
Not to play KISS songs. You get better bands, but they wouldn't be singing
Yeah.
Was he crook? Was he the bloke?
God Gave Rock and Roll to You or whatever. Yeah, he was sick.
Got the flu.
Yeah.
Got the KISS flu.
An
probably how he caught
infected
it.
tongue or something.
Swollen tongue.
It shrunk, actually.
Yeah.
Went the other way. No novelty anymore. Sticks it out and it's this normal tongue.
But Joe, before you were floating the idea that they could have replaced KISS and just not told anyone. I mean, they are all wearing face makeup.
I think you could have got a KISS cover band
Yeah.
and
A lot of smoke.
98% of the people who have been drinking all day watching the supercars wouldn't notice.
Wouldn't have known.
They'd think it was the best KISS performance they'd ever seen.
Yeah.
You just need some guys that look like them, that sound like them. There'd be plenty of KISS cover bands out there.
There is many.
Many.
Is there?
Too many, if anything.
Do you know any names of them? Have you got any?
Oh,
Could you
I
think
could
of any
probably-
names? If I give you one, a bit of maybe like
I could probably Google
3
it.
minutes to Google it while I drink my wine.
But no, I feel bad. I mean, everyone was like, why didn't they just let the gig go ahead? But it would have been very expensive to put on that show, a lot of infrastructure. Anyway, Kiss Destroyer, Kiss This, Kiss Story, Kissteria. That's just off my first Google
that's good going,
They're
isn't
the
it?
bigger ones. But they would have been available for sure.
They would have been around.
What's their big hit?
Kiss,
Yeah.
Shout It Out Loud, and Black Diamond, and I Was Made for Loving You, Baby.
Oh, that one I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, lots of hits.
Is it? Yeah.
Greatest band in the world.
But how many people do you think would have known? How many people who were there expecting to see Kiss, who saw this Kiss cover band come out?
I think no one would have known.
I don't think that Screaming Jets would have known.
No. They would have been, wow, we just met Kiss.
Yeah.
They're younger than us.
Yeah, yeah. In Australian accent. Incredible.
Yes, but
it would have saved them a bit on the budget anyway, wouldn't it, if they could have done that? But
yeah, snuck it through
Snuck
to the
it through
keeper.
and-
Yeah, I think they should have entertained the idea.
then they could have given a bit of the money back to the struggling businesses, but never mind. No, Newcastle's doing well at the moment. Beautiful city.
Surprised that they didn't announce Shannon Knoll as the... He's filled in. He's put his hand up and said, Kiss is unavailable.
Yeah.
It's a supercars. I can do it.
Yeah, it would
He's
be
got
good.
that song, I Got a Car.
Yep.
That's
Drive,
perfect.
wasn't it?
Yeah, perfect.
Great
Good
song.
Actually, that was
How
probably
many
his best.
songs do Kiss have about cars?
Yeah.
That's a good song. A good question, sorry.
We should have done some research.
Yeah. Hang on, I'll Google it. Hang on. Kiss car songs. But yes. But anyway, I think the car's a great thing for the city. I mean, you know, what's a lost weekend in takings for a cafe? That surely they're not living week to week.
Nah,
Yeah.
that'll be all right.
I like it. I think it looks cool. I watched it on TV. It looked pretty cool. I don't like that it takes about 8 weeks of setting up and you know, weird fake grass median strips and stuff.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. It
but,
looks a bit tacky,
you know,
doesn't it?
It's
Looks a bit
fine.
tacky.
I don't go in there anyway.
No.
Just an old man that doesn't like things.
It's just a
different.
great advertisement for the city, I think. It's a great advertisement. It looks
It
great.
is. And the fighter jets came over today.
Yeah, that was loud, wasn't it?
Oh,
It was shaking the walls.
yeah. Nick was trying to do a bit of pre-podcast work, and
Yep. Bit of
yeah,
pre-production.
he nearly
Pre-production.
and then there he got the fright of his life, didn't you?
I was a bit scared, yeah.
So
But
how
anyway.
you been going, Nick?
Yeah, good. I've had an interesting time, I guess, since the last one. A fairly, last podcast, I should say, a fairly well-documented thing that happened in regard to my book and got made into a feature film, which was interesting experience. It was good to finally see it on the big screen, you know. It's,
Did you go see it?
Yes, I went and saw it, yeah. I was umming and ahhing about going, but then a few radio stations called me the few days before it came out and said, oh, we'd love to do an interview with you about what you think of the movie. So I was like, okay, I better go see it then. So I saw it the day it came out, matinee session.
Did you have to pay for it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
That would have.
Well, yeah. I mean, I sold some more books as a result of the movie, so it probably balanced out
Yeah.
in the end. But yeah, that was a bit of a whirlwind, which sort of happened in February, I suppose.
Yeah.
And when I went on a bit of a Facebook rant about the similarities between the book and the movie yesterday, and my book, Enormity, and you know, fairly similar premise, I suppose. Lead character with the same name, and I did a bit of a kind of crazy rant on my Facebook, which someone I know who works at the ABC saw. So next thing I'm on the ABC talking about it. Next thing ABC Brisbane calling me, and then a few days later I'm on the project. So
How was Waleed? Was he nice?
Waleed was quite nice. Yeah, he was. It was very supportive. In fact, on air he told everyone to go out and buy the book. And yeah, lovely guy, I thought.
Was he in the movie?
Maybe he's a bit of a muso. He might have been an extra.
I've heard that.
But yeah, that was interesting. Being interviewed in my living room and national television, whinging, having a whinge.
I didn't come across like that, Nick. You come across very well, actually.
Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah,
Yeah.
I certainly was a bit
You
paranoid.
didn't
about-
look too nervous at all or anything like that.
Yeah.
You just seemed more. I think the public really took to you. And
Yep.
but did you get recognised anywhere? Or
My parole officer recognised me. No, not at all. No, I mean local people saw it and asked me about it, and everyone was quite nice about it. So,
did you enjoy the semi-fame? Or
no, not really. Sort of fame for the wrong reasons, really.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I was having a bit of I was complaining I felt that was the case anyway.
It didn't look like that, Nick.
Yeah, but
Come across like you're just a battler that's done all their hard work, and then these guys are just come and rip your heart out. So
yeah, Hollywood machine got chewed up.
you can't afford the lawyers to take them on.
No. Even if I could, it's an impossible thing to win.
Well, how would you rate the movie from 1 to 10, like in terms of 10 being a Shawshank Redemption sort of thing?
Oh, probably a 2 or a 3, I guess.
So that's not a high result, is it?
No. It's look, I actually wanted to enjoy it, and I went there with, in all honesty, a very open mind. I really wanted to have a great time with the film. I'm a huge fan of Danny Boyle, and it's a very. I'm just not the demographic for that movie.
Yeah.
You know, the book I wrote was sort of my version, my demographic. I
Yours
guess.
is a bit more R-rated, isn't it? Too.
It's a bit raunchy. Yeah, raunchy in parts. There's no raunch in this movie yesterday at all.
Nah.
It's very much a very sort of saccharine, sweet, romantic comedy with a bit of a subplot that happens to be about, my book.
So what was the raunchiest part of your book? Like what would the scene?
In enormity? Oh, there's all manner of things.
But
really.
if you were to pick one and just
I think a lot of people would probably go to the anal sex scene in the nightclub.
Yeah, I didn't get up that bit.
No. I've been telling you to read it, mate.
Yeah, I know. I
You'd
don't
enjoy
read.
it.
Yeah.
But that scene was omitted from the movie, unfortunately. I think it would have added a great deal to yesterday.
There's probably a Beatles song that would be really appropriate for it too.
About my situation.
The anal sex scene.
Oh, I don't know. Yellow Submarine, or I'd have to have a bit of a think. I'll Google it.
What are you thinking, Joe? What song?
Nothing comes to mind.
All you need is love.
All you need is love.
No, I don't think they didn't do a lot of anal songs. The Beatles, much to their detriment.
Well,
I mean, they were anal.
I think
as
Ringo
musicians.
tried to get it off the ground, but he was shouted down.
Ringo, I
as he
think,
often
that's
was.
right. He had that unreleased concept album about sodomy. That John put the kibosh on pretty quick.
Ringo Starfish.
Well, it's hard to know how
changed
they
his name
made
to
it so big,
Ringstar.
isn't it?
Yeah.
But look, it is what it is. It was certainly a 15 seconds of fame type moment.
Yeah.
I would have much preferred to have been on the project just promoting my book. But,
But we're doing this now, the podcast, and maybe while you're doing that, it'll sometime in the future, you look back and think of it as a good thing,
Well, we were doing the podcast before that too.
yeah, we've
Seems
done this
like
podcast for a long, long time
Didn't
now.
hear the project calling you about that.
No, never mentioned it actually. but we're very much a rival to the project, this podcast. They don't want people tuning into this.
Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah.
So, but it was still nice of them to have me on there. Just couldn't mention the dictating terms.
Yeah, well, he didn't want to mention it.
No.
Well, he's got his own podcast.
Has he?
Probably.
Oh, well, let's not bring that up either, Joe.
No.
if he's not willing to do it for us.
Well, we won't get him on here.
Nah.
Maybe he'd come on the show if he was happy enough. I don't know. Anyway, so it's been an interesting time.
Yeah, well, it's good to have you back. I know during that time you kept calling, I kept calling you, and it's just a bit too good for us at that point. So it's good to just bring you back down to reality and have you back as a normal citizen.
Yeah.
Nah, you were good, then, Nick. I'm just staring you up. But no, it's good to have you back anyway.
Oh, thank you, mate.
And I think that was a positive thing what happened.
I think so too,
Not,
ultimately.
yeah, I know your book was ripped off and that, but that doesn't seem too positive. But I do think it'll turn into a positive in the long run, in the future.
Hopefully you can write another one and a better movie could be made of it without your input.
I mean, much better if it was a better film. I
What
think.
rating would? Oh, sorry, it's a bit loud. What rating would your movie have been? If
A hard R, I would say. A hard R. If it was a faithful adaptation, sure. Yeah, you would not want to omit the sexiness of it.
And who do you think would play a good lead role in a couple of those scenes that you were talking about?
Oh, I always picture myself in the lead role, particularly when I was writing it. Look, I don't know. I always, when I was writing it back in 2000, when was it? 2010, I think I started writing it, something like that. I think I probably picture like a Depp, someone like that, but he might be getting a bit on
No,
now.
the woman I mean. Yeah.
Oh, who do I picture as the woman?
Yeah.
Oh, look,
In the yeah.
the woman being sodomized in the scene.
I didn't say.
I'd want probably an established actress, maybe like an Oscar winner, a Natalie Portman or a Jennifer Lawrence, perhaps someone that could really deliver.
Is it Judy Garland?
Judy Garland. Yeah, she's no
what was
longer
it?
with us.
Judy Dench,
No, I can't
Dame
think.
Judy
Is it?
Dench.
Yeah.
She'd do it. She'd be great.
Meryl Streep.
That one. I was picturing
Meryl
her.
Streep?
Yeah.
Meryl. Yeah, like Streep might have been into it. She's a great actress who can do anything.
Anyway, my mind's going wild here.
Yeah, no, tell us, Mitch.
Sorry, Nick. No, I was just picturing the scenes that you were talking. I don't think she'd go to those sort of roles after the career she's had.
Well, look, I mean, it would have been a very prestigious project, obviously. I'm
Got to
sure she
take
would
a
have-
risk.
Yeah.
She's getting a bit old.
She needs the headlines now, doesn't she? She's, B grade actress.
Meryl.
Nah, she's the top. She's the top of the tree, isn't she?
Yeah, I think so, probably. Yeah. But, anyway, it is what it is.
You're back.
Yeah, I'm
well
back.
done anyway. You handled yourself well through that whole process.
I always try to handle myself well. And but one thing I've missed, Mitch, all this time we've been away is your segments on this show, one of which is a thing called Higher Power,
Yeah.
where you draw on this ability that you sort of developed, I think, as a young man,
Yeah.
a sort of a psychic ability. You could sort of see through time, not just the present outside of your own sort of vicinity, but the future as well to some extent.
Yeah.
It's a sort of psychic ability. And so people would write into the show, and they have been writing in since our last
Oh, really?
episode. Yeah, the mail has been piling up, so there's a lot to
Okay.
get through.
We didn't even give them an address. That's the amazing thing.
No.
Yeah. Well, we just got our people that do it for us to collect the information, don't they?
Yeah.
Great post.
Hey, Gretel, wherever she is. Gretel's the head handmaiden, as Lawsy would call her.
Oh, yes, the handmaiden.
Yeah.
We need more handmaidens,
Yeah.
even though it's 2019.
The Handmaiden's Tale.
Yeah.
But
Working for Lawsy.
Or handmen. But so I have the letter here. There was thousands to go through, and we did pick one, which I haven't even read now until now. But I'll read the letter, Mitch, and then you'll respond
Yeah.
drawing on your
I'll do my best. Yeah.
psychic ability. Okay, so this is the letter. Good afternoon, Mitch. I've just lost my dog to a rare disease and haven't had a job in 8 months. Will I soon find a job and another dog? From Rodney.
All right. No, Rodney. Thanks for messaging in, and I do have. Oh, it sounds like good news, but you will have a job or work to a certain extent, but it'll more be with the community service. So it won't be paid work, but you'll be just rummaging around the highways, getting a few scraps and everything like that. So I don't know if you'd be too happy about that, but you'll be doing work to a certain level. And the dog, you will have another dog. The reason you will be doing the community service is you stole a block of cheese from the supermarket. And there will be another dog in your life, but it'll be of the sniffer variety because you'll actually be incarcerated before too long. So you have got to work and dog on the scene, but work's a community service and the dog's a sniffer variety, which he'll only sniff you down and run away. So thanks, Rodney, and all the best. Thank you.
Oh, well, that's something at least. It might not tick the boxes in the way you would have liked, but
He's got
Be
a dog
careful
and a
what you
job.
wish for. I mean, yeah. It sounds like he could just start collecting cans.
He
That's
could,
essentially what if he doesn't, like he's picking up trash, he may as well pick up the trash and then recycle it, and that's his job.
Yeah.
You might find a dog, a dead one maybe, but a dog nonetheless.
He'll be incarcerated as well.
Well, a block of cheese.
and
it's just
shackled.
a bit of a...
Oh, no. Well, I think there was a couple of other things that he did, but to save this before the courts at the moment, which is why I didn't sort of want to...
Before the courts
Before
now.
the courts,
Wanna-
this
wanna do
premonition.
this premonition is before the courts. It's like Minority Report, yeah.
Oh, no. Well, sorry. It will be going for the courts, so I
Yeah.
can't talk about it before.
Yeah.
It's actually in the courts, and I can't talk about the firearms or the dogs that he's cut up.
Oh, okay.
So
The clarity. Did you envision your son Levi's jaundice before it happened? Or you just sort of let him...
no, I just let him
Character building.
let him go. I've got to switch it on and off this thing. So
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, so there, Rodney. So how do
Yeah.
you think he'll be at the moment, Nick?
Well, hopefully he takes the news on board. I mean, obviously he has the opportunity to change his fate, perhaps.
No.
I mean, now he knows about it. But
Yeah.
with the sniffer dog, is the inference there that in this near future that dogs will, instead of sniffing narcotics, will start sniffing dairy products? Is that how he gets caught? Is he on his way out of the supermarket, gets as far as his car, sniff a dog, block of
dog-
cheese down the strides?
How does the dog know that the cheese wasn't purchased as opposed to stolen? Tot cheese.
It's got a barcode scanner, I imagine, or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
They can also sniff receipts.
It's like bank money when they have that fake money they give in hostage, like they in that, like a ransom, whatever, and it, like the ink explodes and stuff. It's like fake cheese, like this kind of like, yeah.
It's a fake block of cheese. He just gets covered in this yellow goo and explodes all over him.
Yeah, man, I don't want to go down that path.
Yeah, like a fondue. Yeah. Anyway, pardon me.
And what are your thoughts on this Gretel?
Gretel, our assistant, the handmaid.
Anyway, we'll talk about that next time. Me and the fella, anyway.
Mitch is referring to Greta Thunberg, and we'll get to her in another episode, I think, because it sounds to me like a giant can of worms that we won't open on this episode.
Yeah,
so
no.
that's just a teaser for episode 2 of this new season.
Greta, she's what is she? The European activist.
Yes, yeah, she's an activist from somewhere in Scandinavia. Is she Norwegian?
I don't know where she's from.
It's a Swedish sounding name.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Now, as we always do on Dictating Terms, we generally try to find an interesting story from the interwebs, and there's no shortage of them. This one's quite interesting, though, and it's from a British website. But I think it could also potentially have ramifications for Australia as well. So I'll just start with the headline and read the first few parts, and then we can dissect. Businesswoman calls for £5,000 sex dolls. That's $5,000 cost, not weight, to be made available for free on the National Health Service. So essentially the story is this. This woman manufactures sex dolls. She says, the boss of a bespoke sex doll company has called on the government to make them available on the NHS, which I guess is the equivalent to like is it the NDIS?
It's like the Medicare, isn't it? It's like public
National Health Service or something like that? Okay, so Medicare, right, okay. Her name is Jade Stanley. Jade Stanley is in line for a major business award after medics backed the help her products have given those tortured by anxiety and loneliness. And she wants the health service to use her £5,000 a time creations to help those who feel trapped and isolated. Psychiatrists, she points out, have endorsed the therapeutic qualities of her X-rated plastic range. The Bromsgrove businesswoman says she also provides an outlet for those engulfed in grief, as her bereavement doll service provides widowers with synthetic copies of their dead partners. So,
the idea.
Joby, you might be able to speak to this a little bit. Do you think it's a good idea? Can sex dolls genuinely enrich the lives of people who suffer from crippling social anxiety?
I think it's a good idea for her. I think it's very noble of her to say that it should be part of the public health system. I mean, I don't know. I've never had to deal with that, I guess, from a partner perspective. I can't imagine that. I don't know. How do you get to that point where you're like, what's going to help this situation is a creation of this like sex doll that looks like my ex-partner.
Oh,
a fully functioning.
The dead partner, you mean?
The dead partner, yeah, the dead partner.
Sure.
It is, yeah, I don't know.
The thing about these sex dolls is that I don't think they're kind of animatronic. So, in a way,
well, their wives probably weren't either.
But in a way, having sex with the sex doll that looks like your dead partner would kind of be like having sex with your dead partner.
Yeah.
In terms of what you're getting out of the experience.
Yeah, but do they just sit them on the couch for the rest of the day?
I think so.
Like if you
stand them in the kitchen.
You get to this point and you go, what I need to do is I need to get a sex doll that looks like my wife, my deceased wife. That's going to fix everything. And then you bring the doll over. You do the sex with the doll. Like at what point are the kids aware of this? Are there going to be like children coming around who are also grieving and see like this sex doll sitting on the lounge that looks like their mother with a fully functioning vagina?
And rectum, I presume, as well.
Well, I think that's an extra.
Yeah.
And they're £5,000, so you'd think they'd have every orifice covered.
Surely.
Or uncovered.
Can you put them in the washing machine, give them a shower? Or what do you add?
I've looked at sex dolls quite a lot. Thought about buying one, obviously, and you can actually remove that part of it and wash it out.
You can detach the vagina.
Right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, give it a rinse.
Well, that's not
put it through the dishwasher.
Dishwasher, yeah.
Which is handy. Which you obviously couldn't do with a spouse.
No.
easily.
Bit of Glen 20 down there.
Yeah. So
Antibacterial wipes just get in right in there and nice and deep.
Oh, dear.
but yeah, I mean, it's hard to say even just from the even just getting a sex doll because you are you find it hard to relate to real human beings. I don't know how beneficial it is. I mean, look, I'm not an expert, but surely you should be actually getting out there trying to meet a flesh and blood human being.
I've heard people talk about that, the idea that with AI, when that advances, that there's going to be people that will probably just choose this advanced sex doll animatronic thing that doesn't talk back and does what it's told, where it's told.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it would make some relationships a lot easier.
It would make some relationships
for men and women,
easier.
I should say.
Yeah. Could be the end of the human race.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's only so far you can go with technology. I think we're living in a pretty good time at the moment, but, a couple of 100 years' time, it's like you're saying, robots will start outdoing the humans, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, sure.
Better at sex.
Yeah, well, just
not getting pregnant. Come anywhere you want because it's like it doesn't. Yeah, you program a sex doll to like resist at first. No, none of that. You're like, come on, just a little bit. Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but
yeah. Look, it's a slippery slope.
Nick.
It's a slippery slope, isn't it? But yeah, look, I don't know if fucking a doll with the likeness of your deceased partner is really beneficial to the whole grief process.
No, you couldn't move on. You can't just rip the Band-Aid off doing that. You got to stick in it. You just got to stick with it, But it is humorous that the vagina and the anus going in the dishwasher. I find that quite humorous.
Next to the cups and the.
I think you can warm it too. I think you put it in the microwave before you use it too and get it nice and warm as well.
Oh,
yeah. Just give it a quick zap. Quick nuke in the microwave and then Bob's your uncle.
Nice.
I don't know. I think that if you've got crippling social anxiety, fucking a doll isn't going to make you feel better about yourself.
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
There'd be a moment, I think, after you come inside the doll where you couldn't look at yourself in the mirror. A crippling sort of depression would set in, I think.
Yeah.
What has my life come to? You're looking into these glassy eyes.
Any little self-respect you've got.
Ripped half its hair out and
then you're pulling out
chunks off it.
Pulling out the vagina and giving it a rinse and like, what the fuck has my life come to?
Yeah, it's not going to make you feel better about yourself, is it? I can face the world now.
Yeah. Now I can go and find a real woman. It's fantastic.
But each to their own.
Well, she wouldn't eat much, so you'd save on groceries, wouldn't you?
No, just a little bit of protein every now and then.
Yeah.
Protein?
Yeah, a little protein injection. Yeah. So anyway, good luck to her. It will be interesting to see. We'll follow this story and
we'll see if we can get one.
It's coming up for Christmas. There's a real bit of a Christmas idea.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. If you know someone that's lost a relative, replicate that relative into a dead or into a sex doll fully, and maybe even embellish some of the features a little bit if you want to give a really good gift.
I reckon if it was wrapped under the tree, you'd probably know what it is too. I think because it would look like a corpse wrapped in Christmas wrapping. Oh, I wonder what that could be. Hope it's that vinyl player I wanted. No, it's my dead wife.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll follow that story and very closely. Now, one thing we're going to do from time to time, which we've wanted to do for a little while, is read Amazon reviews of sex toys because why not? It's an untapped resource of comedy, and there are thousands and thousands and thousands of them. And we're going to treat you to one right now. This is a review on Amazon of a sex toy called the Shibari Mini Halo, the original compact power wand massager. It's like something out of Harry Potter. Wireless 20 times multi-speed vibrator. Bloody hell.
20 times.
That is a mouthful.
That's how fussy do you have to be be like, no, speed 17.
Yeah.
Speed 14. Like you don't, come on.
Well, I mean.
Cars have 6 speeds.
I mean, look, I don't have a clitoris. Maybe you can pick every single speed Exactly. Like, I don't know if I know the difference, but 20 times a multi-speed vibrator. It's a great little product. We'll put a picture up on the screen for sure. But this is a review. This is a 1-star review from Mrs. G. That's all she has there. Mrs. G. No profile photo, unfortunately.
Mrs. too. Not single. Married.
No, married to someone with his last name begins with G. 1-star review, and the title of the review is "This is as dead as my sex life!" ! Well, after much deliberation, I settled on this model. It had over 1,000 reviews, and the majority seemed favourable, except mine arrived completely dead. According to the directions, it was supposedly charged to 50% straight out of the box. I don't know what box she's referring to there. But
her box.
Yeah. This sucker never even turned out. I think she means on. This sucker never even turned on. Okay, I can wait a while for it to charge. I've spent the last few months waiting for my life to recharge. What's another few hours? ? I plugged it in and no LED light indicating it is charging. Okay, I'm patient. I plugged it into multiple outlets. Again, not sure what outlet she refers to. Nothing. So now I need to call and discuss this with some random stranger. How embarrassing. I almost wish I never bought this. I almost wish.
Almost.
Now, what am I supposed to do? Bring it to Coles? Not Coles, it's Khols. I don't know.
Brat Coley.
Cole, yeah. Bring it to Coles and talk about this with a customer service representative at the return desk? I'd sooner get another pap smear while getting a deep cleaning at a periodontist. If you work for Amazon or this company in China, please save me further humiliation by sending me a working replacement. And once I have a working product that I can enjoy, in air quotes, I'm happy to rewrite a review. Bloody hell, poor Mrs. G.
That's a very frustrated woman. A very sexually frustrated woman, but also just a very frustrated woman in general.
Without a doubt. I mean, do many appliances come with some charge? I mean, I don't buy
phones
a lot.
do.
Yeah.
Phones do.
Remote control cars do.
Remote control cars do.
I'm pretty sure they do. A bit of charge.
Yeah, okay.
Well, you can't open them up on Christmas Day and just say, oh, there you go, kids, sit down for 3 hours while it charges up. They want to play them straight away,
Well, just like this woman.
It sounds like this woman, the postman's delivered it and she has just ripped open that box and gone straight to it. She's like, 50%, I can work with that.
Yep.
20 speed, I can test a few of those out for sure.
Should give her one session, shouldn't it? 50%.
Well, didn't give her anything.
Didn't give her anything. It was just dead. It had probably been sitting in a warehouse for
That's the
a long
thing,
time.
when you put it through the dishwasher or something, next to the vagina. And the anus. Like that's... This woman's got bigger issues than that. I love that. I wonder how, like May 6, 2019, that thing arrived May 6, 2019.
Oh, without a doubt.
She was, while she was waiting for it to charge, she's restarted it.
She's jumped on Amazon to leave the review straight away.
And also it was 6 months ago and it's still a 1-star, so I guess no one's got back to her. She's still frustrated.
Yep.
After much deliberation, she was really just hours.
They did get back to her, but didn't they?
Oh, actually, no, sorry. There is a comment underneath. I did forget about that. See if I can open it. Here we go. So the Shibari response team did reply 6 months ago, so probably not too long after. Hello, thank you for your review. We apologise for the troubles that you're experiencing with your Shibari wand. Mini Halos come with a 1-year warranty. I don't know what they mean by come there. Please contact us directly at heretohelp@shibariwands.com and we'll get you a replacement sent out ASAP. Have a great day, smiley face. Shibari response team.
No reply to that. So
No
she's
reply.
full of shit.
Yeah. She's, I think it's in the bin by now. And she's probably Googling lifelike sex dolls.
It looks like the other person underneath has also had a similar, although many...
There's another 1-star review. There is from NJ Rob. And again, same thing. This thing won't turn on right out of the box. Never got to use. Only 3 steady lights, no matter how long it's charged. Beware. It's not eligible for return. Total scam.
I have no reference for that.
Well, the
3
Shibari
steady
response team
lights.
replied to her too, and they're saying that there is a replace or refund guarantee. So I don't know where the truth lies here.
What does this guy say? What is Dale saying?
Dale from
Dale
Arkansas.
from Arkansas.
Dale from Arkansas has a Shibari one. He's replied to this review and said, I have a Shibari Mini Halo that I use to provide pleasure for my wife. It works great and brings her intense orgasms like she has never experienced before. Oh, that's a hard thing to admit on Amazon. This vibrator has a 1-year warranty from date of purchase. While your time may have run out to return it to Amazon, if you purchased it less than 1 year ago, why don't you contact the manufacturer at the following email address, here to help at Shibari Wands? So
I think that's
you think Dale works for
that's fake.
Shibari?
Yeah,
Dale works for
I
Shibari.
mean, how many Dales from in Arkansas?
Yeah.
None.
Boasting
And
that.
he conveniently just has the proper email address.
Yeah, I know.
and his wife has experienced a lot of pleasure.
And the other ones could be fake too. They just want another wand to be sent to them to give them to
Two
their mum for
wands.
Christmas or something like that.
Oh,
like,
to give one to their grandmother or something.
for Christmas,
Yeah.
So
You just can't trust people.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. So
Like, if they
it
just send
sounds authentic, but
Surely you'd have to put it through the dishwasher and return the faulty one, you would think.
yeah. Well, you think so?
Otherwise, it could be just a scam to get a lot of free dildos.
Yeah, and then
Never thought of that, Mitch.
You just can't expect to get something out of the box and turn on straight away. Like, who are these people that can't wait an hour? Like this
think
thing
you'd give it a
won't turn
rinse
on
too first,
right
wouldn't
out
you?
of the. You would definitely give it a rinse.
Yeah. I don't think you go straight from box to box. You'd give it a quick rinse under the tap, quick wipe down, and then go to
At
town.
least something like that.
You don't know where it's been.
Who are these people? So, who is this woman? The first one. What was her name?
Mrs. G.
Mrs. G.
Last name Spot.
Yeah, I'd assume so.
Possibly.
Have you got any advice for her, Mitch, as a philosopher and based on what she said, the vibe, the tone?
Should she be so impatient, do you think?
oh, she seems like the sort of woman. If she went out for a steak and it was a bit overdone, I don't think she'd just eat it and just happily walk out. I think she'd say something to the chef.
She's a complainer.
I think she's just got it in her head. She's just a complainer, and she's she's just got it in for everything. And I don't know. I was going to say something else there, but no, I think that's it. So
Okay.
no, she's no good. She's got to change her mental. Start doing meditation or something like that. Start working on the subconscious brain.
Yeah.
For sure. I couldn't agree more, Mitch.
Stop thinking with the clitoris.
Yeah.
Start thinking with her brain.
Cerebral cortex. All right. Well, I think we've covered that. We'll definitely do more Amazon reviews in the future because, like I said, there's just so many good ones.
Yeah.
Has it turned you
almost
off
all about sex toys.
the Shibari, that review?
No, I'd buy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because look, there actually is a lot of great reviews for the Shibari wand. In fact, 63% of the reviews are 5 stars.
That person says husbands are way overrated. I mean, that's...
Oh, geez, that's getting a bit feminist, isn't it?
Eh,
It is 2019, though.
didn't have a happy ending.
Yeah, that's another critical one.
People just, I don't know. I mean, it's Amazon.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't go on Amazon to get high-end equipment.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, the other thing is it could be more a vagina issue than a wand issue.
It could be.
You know what I mean?
The one was like, I'm not touching that.
The one's AI kicked in and went,
Yeah.
no.
No, I'm not.
I'm going to do 1 speed, not 20.
I don't see this. This isn't going to work out.
So anyway,
Reverse. Is there a reverse button on this thing?
yeah, I'm going back in the box. The original box was fine. It was fine.
Cardboard box.
All right. Well, there's only one thing left now, I think, in this return episode, and it is by far and away the most popular part of the show, and we get flooded with tens of thousands of people who've been demanding more of this because it has enriched lives around the world.
This isn't a good one, but
Mitch, even your worst motivational minute is still way better than anyone else's motivational minute. Anthony Robbins, all those guys, you're way ahead. You're way ahead.
yeah. Well, this is a bit of a serious one today, but all it is that if you ever see water and you're around, go into it, because my brother said no one ever comes out of the water and regrets the swim. You're sitting there on a beautiful hot day, you go under the waves and you come back out and you go, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. Everyone feels good. So whenever you see water, don't restrict it. Fucking get in it and get out. No one's ever regretted a swim. That's the motivational minute.
What about if you go for a swim and then a shark a crocodile? I mean, I'm sure there's probably been some people who were like, I mean,
I regret
yeah,
it.
that's not
your brother's
ideal.
a lovely guy, and
Yeah.
I like him, but
But it's a good.
he's never been eaten by a shark.
I suppose they wouldn't have any regrets because they're not here to do it, are they? But
That's true.
No, true.
but no one's ever regretted a swim.
No.
No.
I think that's a
Well,
lovely
sea
sentiment.
lice, probably a couple of got sea lice might have.
Yeah, I got sea lice once at the lake at Belmont. Never swam there again.
But generally speaking,
Yeah,
No one's ever regretted a swim.
yeah. For most people, for the average person,
Yeah.
the average swim.
If you've ever regretted a swim, email
There's
us.
blue bottles too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you have been bitten by a shark, you should still get back in the water.
Yes.
You shouldn't let
Certainly.
it ruin your life.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, that was a beautiful sentiment, Mitch. That was Mitch's motivational minute, and I'm glad that you've done that again and satiated all these people who have been desperate, waiting 18 months for motivation. Really, a kind of pure, unadulterated motivation that they can't get anywhere else.
But I don't think jumping in the surf's going to change anyone's life, Nick. But it'll start. Maybe it'll change their mindset and the way they go.
And if anyone does take that advice and gets bitten by a shark, let us know.
Yeah, right in, and
But we take no responsibility for any of that.
you could probably write a motivational minute to get them through their recovery.
I don't think they're going to listen to me after I've told them to get in and they've been bitten. No.
Oh well,
Anyway, I'll come and buy them a flare and visit them in hospital. So
Jump in the pool.
yeah, go for a swim in the pool, not a shark pool.
yeah, just brown snake then.
Final web's fire. All right. Well,
All right.
that is the return episode of Dictating Terms. It's great to be back. Brand new studio. I think that went pretty well.
We're going to try and get a weekly one out, aren't we?
Let's not commit to
Let's
that.
not commit to anything. Too
We're not
rash.
committing to it.
We'll do another one by 2021. Without a doubt, we can promise that.
Levi will be coming in here. He'll be 6 year old.
Yeah. He'll be co-hosting in no time.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for tuning in again, guys. I've been Nick Milligan. Thank you to our resident psychiatrist, Joe Duffy.
Thank you.
And thank you to world-renowned philosopher, Mitchell Power.
Thanks, Nick. And thanks everyone for listening.
This has been Dictating Terms.
Pedophile.